together. Move our country forward. Let's stop the haste. Focus on our country. Preaching fake messages. And I go for us. Let us stop the money. Yeah. Well, in Liberia, overseas. You paint your country black. You feel style on social media. You are workout. No need no pain. On a money blackout. You gotta stop it. All the hate messages you preaching, you not doing it to the blackout. You doing it to the people, the poor people, the people you claim to love, the people you want to rule. That it work out, that on a money work out, that it still work out. One on a money blackout, yeah before, yeah. That it work out, that on a money work out, that it still work out. One on a money blackout, we not here for it. We can't pay their trade. Work out, making us hating one another. Encouraging us to spoil our country needs. So we should go and demonstrate. You will be there. Demonstrate the air. Let me ask you, work out. When we spoil our country, who will help us fix it? They say no, work out, say no. When you bring out a hala, who will help us settle it? They say no, work out, say no. Taking shock out of gain power. We not here for that kind of flower. Work out, get black out, a chance. We are one. We are one. Get president, we are the chance. We are one. We are one. Can't you see? He's very rose. We are one. We are one. He's building hospital for all of us. We are one. We are one. Take a look at the estates he's building. We are one. We are one. Say nothing, we get you military hospital. We are one. We are one. Say nothing, we just see new market. We are one. We are one. Build new head office for the free poor of Morovia. We are one. We are one. Send our doctors and students abroad for the farm study. We are one. We are one. Provide scholarship for LU and pay wise fees. We are one. We are one. So what do you must do in 2 years to please you work out? And I get out to see. You say we should go and demonstrate. You will be there. Demonstrate the air. Let me ask you work out. When we spoil our country, who will help us fix it? They say no, work out, say no. When you bring out a hala, who will help us settle it? They say no, work out, say no. Taking shock out of gain power. We not here for that kind of flower. Work out, get black out, a chance. That it work out. That on a money work out. That it still work out. One on a money blackout. Yeah before. Yeah. That it work out. That on a money work out. That it still work out. One on a money blackout. We not here for it. We can't pay their trade. It's your bonaro. It's your bonaro. That it work out. That on a money work out. That it still work out. One on a money blackout. Yeah before. Yeah. That it work out. That on a money work out. That it still work out. One on a money blackout. We not here for it. We can't pay their trade. It's time for us to put hands together. Move our country forward. Let's stop the haste. Focus on our country. Preaching fake messages. And I go for us. Let us stop the money. Yeah. Hola in Liberia, overseas. You paint your country black, you feel style on social media. You are welcome. No need no blame. On a money blackout. You're the stop it. All the hate messages you preaching, you not doing it to the blackout. You doing it to the people, the poor people, the people you claim to love, the people you want to rule. That it work out, that on a money work out, that it still work out. One on a money blackout, yo yeah before, yo yeah, that it work out, that on a money work out, that it still work out. One on a money blackout, we not here for it, we can't pay their trade. Work out, making us hating one another. Encouraging others to spoil our country needs. We should go and demonstrate. You will be there. Demonstrating, yeah. Let me ask you where out. When we spoil our country, who will help us fix it? It's saying I know, where can say I know. When you bring out a handler, who will help us settle it? It's saying I know, where can say I know. Taking shock out of gain power. We not yet for that kind of flower. Where can get black out the chance we are one. We are one. Get past it and we are the chance we are one. We are one. Can't you see he's very rose? We are one. We are one. He's building hospital for all of us. We are one. We are one.
See, you stop that, man.
Don't stop it, man.
That's why if I'm watching the show, I call him the decline.
I told you. I said the Papa won't talk to you. What are you talking?
He declined.
I beg you guys, though.
And I told you, Papa.
No, man, listen, we passed 2 hours, we got to wrap this thing up. But no, seriously, somebody told me today they gave Prince Johnson visa to come on. That's my pop. My pop. But listen, they said they get free visa for him to come on a 3-day retreat.
Stay on a retreat. Stay on big man.
They asked Prince Johnson, they said, which one of the states you want to go? Any state, the U.S. government will be responsible. The best hotel, anywhere you want to go will be responsible. Just come for a 3-day retreat. And they said, but they say, you can save your America. I eat my Nima.
God forbid.
He said, if I'm hungry, I can kill one of my cow, my goat, and I will be fine. You can save your America. All I want is to eat my GB. But guys, I want to say thank you. Let's just, while we're winding down, let's talk about the issue real quick. Concerning Lofa County and that of Joe Manor we had today, man. He was walking with Edward Snow. Jose, you want to play this? Play the Papel one first. Play Baka one first, then we'll go to personal.
I will not lie, I enjoy the way VP and JMB were drizzled. He was ready. I like the way he was post. The way he posed, and he was ready for war, Yeah, Papa say, yeah.
I mean, the post say anybody that want to come with Prince Johnson can bring 10
to hear the outcome of whatever reason they got him in book. But for me,
yeah,
I'm home. I committed no crime here. I fought in defense of my people, the number who were targeted for total elimination, and we fought, and today there is peace. In peacetime, I am doing my best, making my contribution, immense contribution towards the growth and development of our country, having chosen education as one of the key pillars. So I have a foundation establishing high schools and university here with supporters overseas. So I'm doing my best. I'm not afraid. People say they give me visa. Yes, they give me visa. Let me tell you something. I got visa 2 times. But the first time I got visa, it was during the Ambassador Peter DeVos time, with Robert Porter as the political officer of the U.S. Embassy here. But they told me, we got no problem with you. But we cannot deny you. We have no cause to deny you. But one thing will tell you, there are a lot of people in America awaiting you to take you to court, like the Crown people or Liberian who enjoy those regime, who do sponsor. So when you go to the court there, you will be left alone to answer your own question. But if you were to go to the state as a presidential, one of the presidential delegates, you will be covered until you return home. But if you just go to America for sightseeing or to any organization, and a citizen takes you to court, you go and answer. And true, because many grand people, many grandchildren are there, and many other Liberians who benefited from those are there, and they will want to embarrass me. But at this point in time, as I speak to you, my panelists, I'm going to be 70 years old July 6 this year. I have reached the biblical lifespan of 310. I have gone many countries. What am I going to go do now in my old age? I'm afraid of turbulence in the first place. But however, I'm home. Nothing I do here wrong. I'm here. But let us like to hear what they have to say about Moses Wright.
Senator, you heard the news about Moses Wright. You heard that, but now he's released. We just spoke to someone that's close to the West. He was willing to call on Spoon Talk, but the immigration state got his cell phone, so probably we'll be talking to him tomorrow, but he's released. But what's your take? What do you want to say to the Liberian folks? Sunday announced that he was arrested.
Like you rightly put it, the U.S. authority will not come out strictly and say because you were involved in the war. They will always go under the disguise of immigration problem.
Correct.
Okay? They will always do that. Even another guy, forgotten his name, he was in the PRC. He lived in America almost 30-something years. And they just got and deported him to Liberia. He was not part of the war, but he took part in a coup.
Yeah, like Batu.
They deported him. Jeffrey Batu.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Batu was arrested, I think, in North Carolina and jailed and then deported here. He didn't take part in the war. But he was in America driving a taxi, living fine, no trouble-free man, humble man, but he was deported. And me, I'm very mindful. Look, those things cannot make me to divulge any information that I know about the great power of the world. How did we get Taylor from jail to come here? How did I get all the materials, the equipment, and uniform, and machine guns, and all of those things to break away from Taylor, to fight Taylor, and to fight Doe? Who provided those? I cannot say. So I keep quiet. Because there are certain people in the world, they use you and dump you. When they need you, you are a good friend. They got no friend, but they got payment. They got interest. That's how they after. And when they use you after the mission is over, you are useless. So I'm very mindful.
Senator, can you talk to us? I mean, you were saying something just now that was very interesting. So, does it have anything to do with the famous scene about the tango? Is that what you're alluding to?
You are?
The famous scene when you capture President Doe, where you said tango, trying to speak to the American ambassador. Is that what you're alluding to?
It's not my issue now. We're talking about Moses Wright. So,
and you know, Senator, I just had to try. But let me ask you what Moses Wright. Let me ask you. I just wanted to try that. Or I know you are not going to be fall for it. But let me say, good that you called in. I mean, that you took our call. Let me ask you a question. You said that you are 70 years old, so you don't have no intention of traveling to the U.S. If you were, let me just give you an example. Say there was a state visit coming up. President Weah is coming to Washington, D.C. or coming to the UN. Like you said, covered, you were told that if you are covered on a presidential, you have to do. And President Weah said, listen, Senator, you are one of my key allies. Come, let's go to the U.S. Will you make that trip with President Weah?
I told President Weah I'm old to travel now. Turbulence in the air can make my heart jump. I suffer somehow from pressure. And by the time the plane goes into turbulence, they say tie your seatbelt. And you know, tying seatbelt is nonsense because there's no parking space. And so when the air pressure, when the cabin pressure goes low, it starts coming down. It jumps my heart and I get into trouble. So I told President William, my interest is to support you. At this, the first time, I will do it again second time. And then I'll relax in my corner. Don't invite me anywhere.
Oh, so you will now travel again? So you will now travel again? You will not be Liberia again?
Well, if my conscience tells me to travel for a purpose, I will.
Okay.
I have a lot of work to do in Nimba. The work I'm doing there, I'm seeing my brothers. If you come down to Liberia and you visit a university, it's the best in this country.
It's important. Let's get serious for a minute, Senator, before Kev Hassan come on. We saw that in the House of Senate, you are negotiating some benefit for your university.
Well, you go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. President, now the Anti-Graft Commission, which is the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, have already come up with their investigation and found out that these 3 individuals, or 5 individuals, were, linked to corruption. They did things that were not in, accordance with, the international best practice. So you, as the Commander-in-Chief and President of the Republic of Liberia, are you going to have them, suspended or pending, investigation, or what is going to be your next plan of action?
What is that the final verdict of the founding, or the person has? The investigation was conducted by the LACC and the found that Jenna Cooper, who is the Minister of Agriculture, misused $180,000 that she cannot give account of, and Monsuri Momo, who is also the Deputy Managing Director at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, was also linked to corruption, where monies that were paid into the name of the company were diverted into his personal accounts. Okay, but thank you for the information, and I show that the agency talk about work for the Liberian people and the government. So I don't have information yet in my office that warrant that the accusation, the final verdict, they are guilty or whatever. So we have the court process. I think that will determine who wrong.
Because the LACC is calling on the Justice Ministry to have these individuals prosecuted.
Oh, okay, but then what I'm saying, we are the citizens, don't wait for the justice system for the justice ministry to act, and then we will know what exactly happened, and their decision will be the decision of the court.
Yes. Okay, Mr. President, Gus is on the line, and
the message we're passing around with to remind the people of Lofa, to remind the people of Boni. The president asked us to come and talk to you, the chiefs, the imams, the young people, the women, to remind you of the promise you made to him. The people gotta say, when the Christmas will be good, you will know for the Eve. All the promises we made, especially during the president country tour, we all celebrated because I was part of the team. We were all happy dancing. We told the president,
the democratic government that this government claims to be, to have asked the legislature to pass their identical letter is anti-democratic. And let me tell you, you will bring the police, you will bring the PSU to guard the legislature. But an attempt for the legislature to pass their bill, we will politically quarantine the legislature. All of them have a desk. And an attempt to see them in a desk, we will quarantine them. We say no to this letter, it's anti-democratic, they must be thrown away.
We have come for the state. I mean, it's use of power. The woman was found where you ate her and sent us to. She said she shouldn't come here. She was I say it is police brutality. We will engage them. The executive of the party is going to do that. No, my man. Don't do that. Nobody disturbing here, but when I go now, nobody disturbing here. Don't pass it to your son. I had to call it a good one. I saw that picture.
My friend and brother, how you doing?
AB, my God is good to me. So I'm doing fabulous, amazing, and incredibly hopeful for the future of Liberia.
All right. You know, as for me, I'm doing fantastic this morning. You know, I must be thankful to the Almighty for giving me the air to breathe. But I was just relaxing the past 2 days that we have not been coming on. I've been relaxing and just taking note of the entire campaign. But before I get my analysis, how do you look at the campaign that will be I think the campaign will be closed, I think, on Friday, today or tomorrow. And then the voting will be on the 28th. What is your take on Galakpa Kotima and Mr. Jala? Mr. Jala, now this is the whole confusing part. In the past, CDC have been demonstrating with President Josh Manuel. We have pictures on the flyers with their candidates. Now, folks, it is not President Weah picture no more. It is Thomas Fala. The president has refused for his picture. He told Thomas Fala, claimed that his pictures don't want for a picture to be on the ballots or on the flyers. Now, I am thinking, for what reasons? He is the political leader of the CDC. Covertly, they are supporting Jala. Covertly. But this guy, they don't want to come broadly for us to be able to see the president picture on the flyers. So instead of in doing that, they told Thomas Fowler for a picture to be there. What is your take on this whole Lofa County issue before we go to the next topic?
Before I can go further, AB, let me just restate our topic this morning. This morning, we want to first and foremost be grateful to our God, and we want to apologize to our audience. We've been off for 2 days due to family emergency, other appointments, and so forth. So we want to say sorry. This business is a voluntary business. So sometimes when we need to do what we got to do, we just got to do what we got to do. So we say sorry for that. But we continue to be on whenever we are able to be on. Let me go back to the former Deputy Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism, Honorable Eugene Fagon. Fagon said on Spoon Talk that CDC was now in the business of casino politics. And the Spoon panelists asked him what he meant about that. And he said CDC as an institution is no longer the way it used to be from 2005, 2011, coming toward 2017. Even though 2017 was not too good for them besides the runoff, that their brain has tremendously declined in terms of their own manifesto, that the CDC was basically funded on the basis of uplifting the livelihood of the ordinary Liberians. Regrettably, that is not the case today. And they know it. AB, we are human beings. We got conscience.
Mm-hmm.
We got conscience. And when we do wrong, even if we're trying to backslide and trying to back it up, our internal conscience tells us we are wrong. Whether we accept it or not, or whether we voice it out to other people around us, it doesn't matter. But we have a conscience. So this is the same casino politics. But this is the worst casino politics. I don't really care what people say here, but I'm going to say what I want to say because I'm just me. Let me just put it that way. I come from the Bani country, Kulahun district. Councillor Jara is a fine man. He's a good family man. I was in the country about 2-3 weeks ago. Okay, I was there for about a week. And significantly, I went to most part of the Bandi times. You're talking about Masambalahon, you're talking about Popalahon, you're talking about Kamata, you're talking about Pemberahon small town, you're talking about Moyansu, you're talking about Fasavo, and you name it. Kamatahon, Hasala, and Kamatahon, Tahamba, whatever that is. But let me be honest. Councillor Jala's decision to go with the CDC at this time, with he and Thomas Fowler pictures flying the Bandi land. I'm not even talking about the other people, but just the Bandi people going to deny him just for that. Knowing what the CDC-led government and George Weah have done to the Bandi people, especially Lofa County when it comes to the governance process. Our people have not been able to achieve anything politically expedient from the government. That's a fight. Now, Lofa in general, that George, we are denying Lofie, one of Lofie's funniest sons, Brandy Samuka, his democratic right to participate in political affairs of our country, which he did and won. And George, we are holding constant under Article 51, if I'm not mistaken, either 58 or 51, around the corner there. The partial and kangaroo presidential pardon. So, in my mind, I do not know who are those political campaign advisors to Councillor Jara. I think we would have played the politics differently if we had just continued to go independent. Since the Lofa people did not carry on their original tradition.
But you
maybe
want in going as an independent candidate, but CDC is supporting him.
That is not independent candidate. When you going as independent candidate, with you and Thomas Fowler on the picture, and Thomas Fowler take you to foyer and speak kissy to the kissy people, and you virtually have the hall empty. Like he said, there is a popular saying, Thomas Fowler said, we heard it on the tape. There is a popular saying, if your Christmas day will be good, you can know from the eve. That is the launch of Councillor Jala campaign. I think a few hours ago, it is the evidence of what's going to happen when the vote is taken. That's not going to happen. Because if he always ran independent, and now he decided to go with the think tech character people, Thomas Fowler, he carry on logging activity in Yandohun. That's the Bani people land. He's carrying on logging activity in Yandohun. The ordinary people staged a protest against him, and he used the chiefs and the elders and bribed them with money, and he got a Chinese truck on that road, carrying on logging activity. Maybe I'm not saying they say. That's what he's doing in the Bani land. And Thomas Fowler is one of the richest men in this government after, Sir Joseph. Where he got his money from, we don't know, but we know he was selling plank, and he became representative, and now he is the committee chair on Ways, Means, and Finance at the House of Representatives in our country. Okay, where he getting money from? They stealing money, they looting money, and he repay. That's why he using, that's why he looking at a pregnant woman. Look at the man's stomach. These people don't even have good lifestyle. So the only way you look good until you get your stomach big. So this is a big mistake on the part of the campaign of Councillor Jara. Maybe the Lofa people would have used sympathy if you are just going outside the CDC casino politics. That's what he needed to do. Josh Weah is very much confident. He is aware that he is unpopular right now, especially Lofa County. Josh Weah told all Lofa people ain't going to get no development under his wife because they didn't vote for him. And you know, my brother, whether you like it or you don't like it, this is a fight. Joseph Boaka is Lofa people's son. They're not going to move from behind him and go vote for crewmen. They're going to just let it go. Whether he win the election or not, they're going to always vote for him because of their son. And there's no bad bush for bad son, especially good son. Where are you going to throw them? So the other casino politics is going to fall on a big time. But this is the other catch. CDC, especially during their anniversary, Jamboree, if they are still boasting of popularity, that they're working within the confines of their manifesto, or their so-called manifesto, why they couldn't produce candidate for the by-election in Lofa County? Why they couldn't produce candidate? Why they got to do casino politics? I think Brandon Samuka beat Councillor Jala with a reasonable margin. But Galapa Kotima going to beat Councillor Jala with a tsunami margin. That's how I see it. Because the people are going to use their anger to vote. The people are going to use their anger to vote. Just the fact that Councillor Jella decided to go to form a collaboration, a skinny collaboration, shaking collaboration, unreasonable collaboration with the CDC folks.
The strength that Unity Party having is the strength that Unity Party having Grakpa Kotima, your team will stupid. Your team will stupid. That's what the Lofian all of them saying. Your team was stupid.
Yeah, that's what the thing. Yeah, but let me just add another thing. There is a possible speculation going around. I went in the country. I didn't go to Foya. By the grace of God, the next time I go to Liberia, I will go to Foya because my little brother is actually there doing small business. Okay. Thomas Farah, considering Darren Dillon votes, victory, tsunamis in Lofa County consistently. Thomas Farah has got to realize that district number 5 is shaky. So the plan now is to redirect, to play the Erin Snow playbook, to use the Erin Snow playbook, excuse me. He is now using the Erin Snow playbook to leave Lofa County and go to Lofa County and contest for representative in opposition. And you know who in that district is Francis Numali. Francis Numali is in that district. That's the district Thomas Farah wants to contest. And you know what? I will be happy. I will be happy for Thomas Farah to leave from Mosurado and go to Lofa County Foya district to contest. It will be easy. All Numali need to do is to cite his behavior in district number 5 that he has made to be a business district for himself. Everything in district number 5 that Thomas Farah have done, from university, from the high school, from some kind of kangaroo amateur radio station, they are all T5. Corruption money, stealing money. Let me call it the way it is. Stealing money. Everything that T5. So he own a political way. He doesn't go to session. The only time he goes to session, we got a report last year from the pro-democracy group. Thomas Farah, one of the most important committees in that house is Waste, Means and Finance. This man doesn't go to session. The only time he goes to sessions is when Judge we are sending a bill there that he have interest in, including budget. That's the only time the man goes to session. And nobody question him because the speaker is sedition. Okay? So now, Thomas Farah is thinking about going to Lofa County to contest instead of staying in Lofa County to contest. You know why he's going to lose both? Because it's simple. All Numali need to do, he need to tell the Kisi people. The same behavior he carry on in Lofa County, district number 5, that is the same behavior he want to bring here in Foya district. That's it. He's a common criminal. We know people get money. People go to the parliament, they make money a little bit. But the way these guys are operating, it's just easy to do the kind of audit, lifestyle audit. How this man was living before he became representative. How he is living today. And after he loses the power, then we match it. That's what we need to do. It's easy. I'm not an accountant, I'm not an auditor. But how can somebody be selling plank or maybe wood and they become representative and they got the gigantic buildings? You know what? I'm not saying he stole the money, but let's check it out.
All right.
This is one of the reasons that we are advocating that public official salary be published online so that we can know whether they declare or they refuse to declare. At the end of the tunnel, we will know exactly what they had prior to grabbing power at the bottom box and what they have now after the power. And that's why we need to keep advocating. This campaign is going to be a tsunami. Watch my word. We sat on the platform. We told the people, Unity Party going to win that case at the level of the Supreme Court. Mm-hmm. Whatever the kangaroo partisan election commission wants to do, they can do it, but they will get cut off. Because in the first place, on the basis of statute, creating the National Election Commission. They don't have no business investigating contracts. And the CPP framework is a contract among participants of that institution. Participants of that institution. 4 political parties decided to get married for the sole purpose of winning elections. If they're having conflict for whatever reason, you election commission is none of your business to stop another participant of that particular arrangement to participate in political affairs of our country. And that is the reasons why, as ugly as Supreme Court is, in George Weah country, the Supreme Court decided to keep their integrity a little bit, to just say the truth under Article 21. Under Article 21. This election in Lofa County is going to be the prelude to 2023.
Okay. All right. You know, as for me, I'm looking at it from different way. And, you know, as for me, I'm looking at it different way. Mr. Jala, to him though, he can be able to win this election with CDC support. To him.
That's why he feels.
Because Mr. Jala have contested and come closer to the power. So now, because the CDC is in power, but then supporting him, to him, he will win the senatorial seat. That's how Mr. Jala is thinking right now. But he is missing the mark. Like my co-host said, I was thinking that Mr. Jala was going to remain as independent as he is. So that sympathy can be able to carry him through. So that he can be able to beg to the conscience of the men and women in Lofa. You know, these elections in Lofa County, it will not be a wide margin as I'm looking at it. But Galakpa Kotima, I listened to the prelude in Salaye. The men have not gone to Vanyama yet. They are not gone to Zozo yet. They are not gone to Vanyama yet. In Salaye. When the United Party, one old man came, the old man said, Papa, no matter who you are, we know you the best. We know you because you came from us. You are our uncle. And you say we should vote for Galakwa Kotima? The Papa say yes. He said, consider it done. The man turned to the whole crowd and said, now what you say, I should come to say, the whole crowd said yes. Then when I look at, you seeing the people turning chicken to the Papa, because when you go in a town, the people can get you calabash. To welcome you in a town, the people can get you chicken. Now, let us look at Tomofala.
Maybe Jeff, you second, I'm not cutting. You know how many chicken they gave me? They gave me 5. I'll bring it to Morovia, one die. I ate chicken, fresh chicken, my man. They gave me 5 from Lofa. Go ahead, my brother.
They will give you 5 chicken, or they will give you a rooster or a hens. That is to tell you that they open, they have your back. Galakpa Kotima have been in Lofa County. The people decided to give that to the Papa. Then the Papa went to another town. The people did similar thing as the other people did. So these elections, let the United Party people, let them go to bed, they sleep. If Eddie was going to be on a campaign trail, it was going to be disaster. But thank God Eddie he never went there. They just sent Yeke Kolba. Now I'm wondering, you see Yeke, has the man went into the town. They were putting the devil also. The man with the kolba. The care was the kolba for the devil. The man took off his shoes. He was the kolba for that day. That is the guy that Thomas Fowler want to play with. That is the guy that defeated the CDC chairman in this one, Martin. That is the same guy that defeated the late Drew Barry. That is the same guy. So for me, I know that the elections, the United Party, Papa said that he will not be able to live from Lofa until they announce the result. You see, he said you'll be one of the how they call it, the people that can be washing the pool.
Yeah, a pool washer.
Yeah, a pool washer. Papa said he said will be pool washer. JB, he said more saying he said myself will be pool washer in the Lofa County. Before I leave, I want to hear the result. So in short, we'll soon go to the phone line. In short, let the cities people, let them lead their own God. You know why? That George Manawia is afraid for you to put a picture on the flyer. You know the reasons?
But he did it for Thomas Fowler and Dillon State beating.
They did it for Polita. Yeah. Dillon State flogged the devil all along. So that thing, the Liberia People, they are resolved.
They brought their political commando, Thomas Fowler, the same flocking too.
You know, the Liberia People, they are resolved. The people, they are bitter. Our people have a beautiful mind, a brilliant mind. All I am saying, comes the 28th, CDC will be buried face down. Now let me go to.
AB, I beg you. Let me just ask something there. You know, I'm reading the comments here, right? One of our old men, they call him Omer David. Omer David just gave out an update that ADD on his way to join the team in Lofa. And you know, there have been some speculation in our community that the opposition is super divided. And let me just let you know, evident by what we're seeing, opposition is not divided. Kumi, we drop Kumi because he's a confucianist. We drop him. That's all happened to opposition. Kumi right now is on his own. And guess what? When this thing goes to the runoff, 2023 goes to the runoff, opposition will unite behind Joe Barker. Trust me. You will come to say, oh, but the people said, oh, opposition going to unite. Let me tell you something. Anybody for that matter can be Joe Weir. Because even me, I'm a generational brother. The man was 50 years old, 51 when he became president. All of us thought that what George Weir told us, that he is the son of the soil, and he's just like us. On the basis of his God-given talent, got him to where he is, and the young people made that possible. We thought he could deliver on his common sense promises. And for George Weir to perform this level of poorness, incompetence, corrupt, and now he going to dance buka.
And he doesn't even care about the welfare and the interests of the Liberian people, including security. Security protection, that is key, my people. You see, you can go to Lofa. The law on a way. Nyobli is in support. The rest of the folks are in support. You and I going to Lofa County. So who again? Who did we see inside the CPP before the CPP?
Jonathan Boncha said, because he and Eddie, they can roll together. He and Eddie did it. They gone this morning.
So everybody we saw prior to the quote-unquote free white conflict that took the opposition to court, it is what we see now doing this Lofa County. So that is to tell you one way or the other, opposition going to unite their forces against George Weah and his cartel. The casino politics ain't going to work, according to my big brother Eugene Fagan. It's not going to work. Hey, Thomas Fala lost. The CDC lost in Thomas Fala district 2 times in Monserrado County. In his own district. Just we were on the bottom one way or the other. Because all the money that they got from Liberian people tax dollars, they redirected it to Thomas Fala campaign. It was opposition political party, the CPP, Dallas Dillon, against the George Weah-led CDC government. We saw it. We saw we have fully participating, telling the people to vote for Thomas Farah. We know the result. That Thomas Farah, 2023, district number 5, not even guaranteed. That's why you see him doing all that kangaroo development in Foya district. In Foya, this man is a political businessman. He is using our power to enrich himself and his family. And this is an identical CDC playbook. That other people stole money and they send it abroad. They are stealing their own, putting it on the ground in Liberia for they themselves and their family members. My brother and my sisters honor my voice this morning. Stealing is stealing. As long as you take public resources from its intended purpose and redirect it into your own use, that's stealing. And one thing we can make them to understand, the next government is not going to be like the CDC-led government. People are going to be held accountable. They listen to their own data, they get plenty of orange uniform there, or orange suits. They should get ready to wear some of those orange suits. Because Liberia must be better. Those of us abroad, you don't have need to give her anything. Just create the safe environment. The safe environment, intense security, no harassment, freedom of expression, and everything, and then we move forward from there. But for you to have this other group of people, headed by George Weah, that came out just like me, struggling. We come from rich family, and we give him our political responsibility, and he doesn't care. He only cares about himself, Army, and myself. That's a shame. The people of Lofa County are going to vote. They're going to use their anger to vote against them. And that's going to be the prelude to 2023. So those of you that are on the fence say, oh, opposition divided, opposition this, George Weah government have come to the point where nobody trusts them. Even inside their own circle. You've been hearing all the clips we play in their clips. So all we need to get our running mate to Joe Barker from Nimba County. That's all we need. We need somebody from Nimba County. That's all we need. When we get Nimba, Grand Jury will get here, and you're headed from the data, underpopulated southeast. You're not going to get it. We grab Nimba, we get Lofa already, he taking it. We get portion of Bon County, Joe Howard Taylor, MPP divided. Y'all know the story. We're going to beat George Weah and his cartel and prosecute all of them. Anybody get free on the basis of fair justice, you're good. Go sleep. So, folks.
For me, I am looking at it a different way. And you see, George Weah, as I said, you know what they making to power? He never threatened anybody. I was a fireman. He said, let it deport that guy. from the USA, let him come here to come to face in the tribunal. And to say he having good justice system in our country. Josh Manawia is a toothless bulldog. A toothless bulldog that cannot bite. Josh Manawia and his criminal gang. You know, sometimes when I talking, the reason why I can't talk to Honorable Sir Joseph, because he is an honorable man. That man respect himself. Sir Joseph respect himself. But Josh Manawia does not respect himself. Josh Manawia, Thomas Fala, these Ghana, they are broad day criminals. And that's the reason why, come 2023, down to Moses Askara Gray will not see that office again. Down to Moses Askara Gray, he will not see that office again. Let me play you guys a clip.
Yeah, Abi.
Yes.
Abi, please, before you play the clip, let me do my small commercial, I beg you.
Yeah, I just want to play the voice, and then we'll come to your commercial. Then we'll go to the phone.
The phone line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine.
That don't believe in the democratic process, where everybody have to go to jail, and even for pro human rights, you arrest them, they say something. I mean, if someone accuse somebody, the person have the right to face the law. The person not going to arrest the person and put them in jail because somebody said that the person do something. You know, believe in the rule of law, and that's why we did everything through the parliament to make sure that Liberians have their human rights. When they are accused, they cannot be beaten. They cannot be jailed for long. You know, they have right to justice.
They cannot be beaten for law.
And we have the right to use the justice system. And when that person is guilty and charged, and then of course the law will take a course. So what someone wants the president, every time they accuse somebody, the president will the person will arrest the person and put them in jail. Is that how you want to run government? We believe in a democratic system. We believe in human rights. So what we do, we allow the justice system to take precedent.
So,
and then they give out the final.
Yeah, Mr. President.
And then,
go ahead. Let me give you the time to land your thoughts, and I'll come in.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. President. Now the Anti-Graft Commission, which is the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, I've already come up with their investigation and found out that these 3 individuals, 5 individuals, were linked to corruption. They did things that were not in accordance with the international best practice. So you, as the commander-in-chief and president of the Republic of Liberia, are you going to have them, suspended pending, investigation, or what is going to be your next plan of action?
What is that the final verdict of the founding?
The man is too dark. The man is too dark, my people. This guy, we're not that's small trouble we found us saying. The journalist telling the man that the anti-graft institution that have been set up, that is appointed by the government, by the president, the anti-graft have come up with such recommendations. All you do, you are to suspend those 3 individuals until pending investigations. That's what the president now want to do. But he say he is corrupt. So let me just take your something that will go down the line.
Yeah, before I do my commercial, let me just say something small, right? So, AB, even in our small corner as ordinary worker, clerk in and clerk out, when there is an investigation pending, not even concluded investigation, they put you on administrative leave without pay.
Yes.
That is all over the world. But let's even leave that. Okay, that's a political aspect of it. But you want to tell me that President Weah have been president almost 5 years. He's still learning this job. He doesn't even know how to answer simple questions, my people. This is embarrassing on our part. Nobody born with everything we're talking here. We learn it. In the classroom, socially interacting with other people, even on the street. Joe Weah spent 22 years in the West. He lived in good countries, watching TV, if he ever did. Because I'm not too sure that people that play football, they play football 24 hours. He didn't have no time. Even where has something we're talking about. You want to tell me George Weah didn't learn anything? Samuel Kendo came from the barrack. He didn't even have the kind of international exposures George Weah had prior to becoming president. But Samuel Doe was waiting to learn. And you can go back to those YouTube videos. The first 3 months of Samuel Kendo regime. The first 90 days, moving forward all the way to his death. Leaders hang out with other great leaders. Especially the technological world today. That you can literally sit in your corner, in your living room, in your bedroom, and just learn so much if you want to learn. For God in heaven's sake, this man played football to that level, and we make him president almost 5 years today. He's still struggling how to answer questions. Simple question, my people. This is sad for our generation. For this kind of man to be the #1 person in our country. This is not jealousy. Even my sixth grade student, my son can do better in terms of answering questions than George Weah. My son just got promoted to 6th grade. Come on, man. This is shameful. We cannot afford to go back to this level of embarrassment and incompetency for the next 6 years, starting with 2023, my people. We need to use our anger at the ballot box come 2023. George Weah and his cartel needs to go because these are just simple stuff that president can just answer this kind of question. If you want to take decision for political reason, that is fine. Don't take no decision because what? We are human beings. The state of nature. Nobody want to prosecute themselves. George Weah is a common criminal. Likewise, his followers, his appointed guys, are also common criminals. So he's not going to pull down anybody. They're going to play with it again. LACC indicted the current election commission chairperson. What happened? The same thing with Samuel Toy. What happened? And the rest of the guys. The same thing with Bill Traore at the airport. They little boy that were there. I mean, not the airport, but the Freeport. Excuse me. They little boy that were over there. Charles Gore. They put it on Charles Gore. He's significant manager at Buchanan Port. He gave directed to the board to execute certain things to put money in his account. They go to follow the little boy. The 28 wire official died as a result of bad administrative decision. What did they do? They go to the logistic guy at the Freeport and get him out of the job and keep Bill Tower because that Joe Weah buddy. But could be number 2. This is the kind of country we got. But for God in heaven's sake, George Weah cannot even answer or address a single concern raised by local journalists. That is shameful. That is shameful for this man to be our president. If we made a mistake on the basis of majority, we need to correct our mistake come 2023 and vote George Weah and his cartels out. That is why on my mind, this
Wonderful Friday morning. That is what on my mind. Let's go to small commercial, okay? Then, Kangoba Multi-Services Consulting, we are pretty seated. We are moving slow but sure, okay? If you want to do your citizenship, U.S. citizenship, and other family-based immigration services, everything in that package, anything about immigration besides going to court, call our number, 267-648-8012. 267-648-8012. It'll be back to you.
All right. So the number to call this morning is 215-824-8124, 267-938-2801. That is the two number to call. Once more, 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. You know,
Maybe just so you know, we are now up to 200 active followers right now watching us on our voice. So that is fabulous. Keep it up.
You know, for me, and I love to see comments. But look, Jala, I don't know. Okay, let's take our first caller. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling her from?
Mr. Kamara, thank you very much, and your co-host. I just wanted to explain a little history about Yeke Kolba. Maybe you guys are young. Yeke Kolba's father was one of the richest men in that district, Zolso district. His service name was GLK. That man has so many cars that used to run the street of Monrovia. Nobody in that Senate or representative whose father was rich equal to Yeke Kolba. Yeke Kolba's father was a rich man. Anybody in my age group, they will call and they will let you know in the late 60s and 70s, that man was running transportation. Yeke Kolba's father used to be called GLK, that was his service name. We saw that man cars and flying in the street of Monrovia. So I am not surprised for him to hit Zozo district. And he's so popular over there.
Oh, the man popular.
Because we all knew his father. You want a mission, you want to come to Monrovia, you got to wait for GLK car to take you to Monrovia. So they think what the be talking, that house where Yeke Kolba living, and he didn't pay that house, his father paid that house. Yeke Kolba's father was a rich man in Liberia, by Liberia Center. He had more than 10 cars. So I just want to make that input today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have Samuel on the line. Sam. We no.
Yeah.
Samuel, go ahead.
How you doing, my brother?
Hello? Yeah.
How you doing there?
Yeah, we're doing good.
For a long time.
Yeah. We are good, though, son.
Okay. You know, it's been a while. I haven't been on the page because you guys been off, and as well, the time you guys come on, that's when I go push my cartoon, my brother. But I'm normally on the Obi show in the afternoon, Sunday, which is in the morning to you guys there, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
But we want to say to the people of Lofa, President Weah have proven enough to you people that he doesn't want to be president. Let me tell you, Abi, read between the lines. President Weah don't want to be president. We need to help President Weah. There are certain group of people that want to use Weah influence and Weah to remain in presidency while they steal. People like Edwin Snow. Weah has shown clearly that he doesn't want to be a president. My brother, no man will put rest on the fire and go brush the fan. It doesn't make sense. No man will do that. The Lofians, you people need to sit down and think about yourself and vote anything far from CDC. Anything that is far from CDC. Not closer, very, very far. But we want to encourage the Liberian people, come 2023, if you are a true Liberian, that sit down and look at yourself President, we are being in the presidency, my brother. It's a disgrace to our people that even went to school that get doctor, master degree. Listening to lesser tenure. I'm sorry to say, but he's one of the educated disgrace in Liberia. With the level of education that he have acquired and knowing the inability of President, we have to even comprehend between he and she and saying all these things. And they're asking one simple question on Spoon Talk. Will you vote for President Weah again? And he hesitating. These guys are only fighting to go into the position to steal. Lesser tenure, the other thing they're doing with Eugene Falcon, they're only looking for their own chance to steal. Maybe they know now that the other people have stolen enough. So they are angry. They are trying to persuade the Liberian people. Let me tell you, AB, the CDC is so that the thing they call in Gizi Kondo Banakola, when you push it, go inside, when you push it, come outside. You don't know which side are the front door or the back of the door. That's CDC. That's how CDC is operating at the moment. That thing Lesser Tenny doing, that's charade. That thing Eugene Falcon doing, that's charade. That's how CDC operates. These guys, they are a bunch of gangs and bunch of criminals. But to be honest with you, if the educated people knows what it means to be educated, if they went to school for years and they sat in class and they listened to President Weah for 1 second, they will be ashamed of themselves and find a way to vote President Weah out of office. I'll be honest with you. If you listen to the man, that nonsense he was doing, what he say, he's singing song. Everything in Sean. Our President Weah sat down and listened to himself sometimes when he finished making it nonsense. Our President Weah sat down and listened to himself. Maybe that poor joke. I think really sat down and looked at himself as a father, as a married man, as a full-grown man, to look at himself that had lived in the West for years, to sit down and listen to some of the nonsense he can talk. Even his son Timothy Weah, called Timothy Weah Nana or Chen Weah to President Weah for a one-on-one father and son conversation and see who will make sense. Let President Weah sit down and look at himself. But I want to say this to President Weah: if you truly love Liberia, come 2023, do the honorable thing. The way you refuse to put your pictures on ballot boxes because you have realized now that shame has become your area in Liberia ballot politics. Please, Mr. President, I beg you, resign. Resign from the candidacy. Don't run. They lay money you steal and they want the incoming government will take from you. Go sit down and enjoy the rest. But trust me, AB, President, we are re-election. You know what it means to the world? It means Liberia is a complete dead bear. And anybody from that country that will come up and show degree, you should go sit down and go to mental health hospital and think if you are normal. Because no normal person will support that thing we got in the presidency now called president. No disgrace to him, he's a human being. No humiliation to him, no bullying. But on the presidential level, President Weah not even deserve to be a town crier. President Weah not even deserve to be a, you know, the teller that can go to the
But this is a scene, man. This is a scene man who wanted to be LFA president. You're denying.
AB, I said this before. Liberian people just stubborn. God showed to the Liberian people that President Weah was not a presidential material. That was the reason why God gave the Liberian people the opportunity for President Weah to become a senator so they can see what they were asking for. And they saw exactly what they were asking for. But you see, everything that's being played is that witch we got in that country called Ellen. She and her children, that woman, that's why I say someone need to find a way to save Liberia and get rid of that holiday. If God could just do Liberia that favor, it would really be decent. That woman does not have any good intent for that country. The new President Weah was not capable. Let me tell you, every day, whole CDC government is being run by MPP. Liberian people don't know. Emmanuel Shaw, Siri Allen, Edwin Snow. Where all these people come from? Joel Howard Taylor. Where all these people come from?
That's bright.
This is Taylor we're looking at.
Even Nathaniel follow my girl. Even Nathaniel follow my girl.
But this is what I'm telling you. Ajibo Bona, all these people were all the MPP generation. Why the seditious are being so coward? They don't know they are being used. The seditious don't know they are being used. They are being used like toilet paper. That's what they're doing to them. Like that, like our brother Poker Rabba. These people, sometimes I sit down, I say that generation is a disgrace, my brother. All the good people died during the war. This generation is a disgrace. But on a serious note, the people of Liberia come 2023. If you sit down and look at yourself and look at the country called Liberia, you not vote for President Weah. Because another 6 years of President Weah just quadruple A. That 24 year backwards. Thanks for the time, AB.
Thank you. We have Pastor Moore on the line. Pastor Moore, go ahead.
AB, you know, AB and Brother Francis, good morning to you too.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to the two previous callers. They made a very salient point. You know, for me, where I reach now, I hope I may not be the only one. I'm not helping anybody in Liberia now until after the 2023 election.
Why?
Because the same people that call you and myself, they help me to pay my child school fee. They help me in IEC. They go back and say, I will say, to go back and vote for the same people. So my help, I put a sanction on many of them. My help is very selective until after 2023, and a decision is made by majority of the people to get this government out. That's my sanction. But I don't know your discussion. I came on late because I was on a meeting on the phone.
What's on your mind?
But we have a very serious situation in our country, Liberia, and no one is speaking of the ills in society. No one, not the church, not the civil society. Everybody is afraid. But I want to make this recommendation to you and Francis. By the grace of God, I want you guys to please get a radio station in Liberia, negotiate with them so they can air your broadcasts and your raise funds to also be able to help to pay. I believe you guys come on for 2 hours. For the 3 times a week you'll come on. You'll negotiate with them and let them charge you. They'll come us and tell us how much for us to pay. Because your program is balanced. It is balanced. People may see you as you supporting this person, you supporting that person. Your program is balanced. The next thing that I want to say, we have a government in power that is not doing what it's supposed to do for the Liberian people. And what is that? To protect and provide their basic necessity, their basic needs. They are not. And I don't only want us to look at George Weah as president. I want all of us to look at those who have been elected as representatives and senators. Are they doing the work? They should be independent. Are they independent? Look at the resolution they passed a couple of days ago, where the finance minister took money with all their concern. They can't show no document, and they all voted yes to it. Who are they? Look at the representative. Who are they representing? When they go on agriculture break, do they have farms? How many people have they employed? How many investors have they brought into the country to alleviate the hardship on our people? These people who are representative, they should be able to travel all of Liberia, be able to bring in investors to help those who really want jobs. Do we think that everybody in Liberia want to get a hand out? Do we think that everybody in Liberia want to be calling people in America to say, please help me? No. They got people in Liberia who want to be independent, who really want to work, who are looking for jobs. Look at government offices. When those young girls go for jobs, they sleep with them in the offices and give them jobs. Or when those young girls want job, they put money in their drawer to have sex with those young girls. Look at the boys then in Liberia being sexually molested. How many, with all of the killings, from this journalist, I know his name was Tyrone Brown, from this journalist, Tyrone Brown, to the latest death incident in Liberia, Princess Cooper, who all have been arrested, who all have been brought to book. Look at all of the corruption in Liberia. But when you talk about the corruption, what do they say? Getting to work corrupt. So you justifying corruption? Are you justifying corruption? Why were you elected? Were you elected to reflect on those who were corrupt? And one thing I want us to know is that as long as anyone that takes office in Liberia and you refuse to audit the past regime, let us watch up. They themselves too are up for corruption. Are we prepared for that? And I say to the electorate in Liberia, I say to every well-meaning Liberians, do not vote because this man played football and he been loved as a footballer. Vote for him for what he have done to take our country from where it is. Vote for him if he's doing what is right. Is he doing what is right? He is not. Are the senators really doing what they are there for? No. And I think every one of us should talk to our friends, talk to our family members, talk to those who call us and say, listen, I'm not going to help you until you go to the ballot box 2023 and you make a sound decision for Liberia. All of the representatives.
If he said that, then the mayor will tell you. Then the mayor will tell you that I went to the ballot box and I made a sound decision. What would you say?
And if he made a sound decision, we will know from it when the election result is announced.
The mayor will come to you. Liberian men can lie. Let me let you know you first. Liberian men, they can lie. When they are lying, their face can be dry like coconut.
Let me tell you, Brother Francis, this. I said I put a sanction. And the sanction that I put on them, I'm not helping anyone in Liberia. My help is selective. And those who have been, there are times I just take money and I just send it to one person and I send a list. Give it to this person, give it to the person. Am I doing it now? No. What am I going to do? My help, I will lift up my sanction after the election result is announced, and I know George Weah is no more president, and all of those criminal representatives.
Okay. Quick, before you go, what do you have to say about Lofa County elections, by-elections? What are your points? What are your, view?
Well, I would say this to you first. According to information that I gather, Kubangalo should have ran on Unity Party ticket. But information gathered is that the Lofians themselves, the men they were the one that made that popular demand. So if the people made a popular demand, who am I to talk against them? All I can say to them is let them vote their conscience, let them vote, and don't go anything that CDC is associated with. Don't let it go in. Kick it out. Don't mark X. Just look at. Don't even bust the eyeball. Don't do nothing to it. Just pop at it and go to number 4. If that number 4, you're 1. But this time, and one thing I will say before I leave, when I saw Yeke photo, I thought somebody created that.
No, it was
but
real.
I followed it. Yes, I thought it was created. So this alone tells us that this man is a true leader, not because he's from Lofa. This is why he said anything that associates with George Weah, I will be running. I will camping against them. You know what he's doing?
But
he's not going.
But one of the things that surprises me on Yeke point of view, on Yeke campaigning for Galakpai, why he did not go support his own party? The ANC and the Liberty Party are Musa Berete fractions.
No, but you see, I don't think they are in the campaign. No, they are not in the race. And this is what they all should do. Yes, we are all opposition.
They are in the race.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Eddie.
They are in the race. I am telling you that the ANC and Musa Berete factions, they are in the race. That was the reason why they never wanted for Galakpai to run.
Okay. Thank you for that clarity. But everybody that right now, if you look at Liberia, I don't think the people will now vote on party line. People will vote on who they love and who they think can deliver. Because right now, you look at CDC is scared now to put anybody in a race or the race of anybody in. Everybody will run now as independent candidate, and at the end of the day, they say, out for CDC. They are in disguise. They are afraid to use their party name. But I want to say to you, thank you very much to your friends. Please, you negotiate with some radio station in Liberia, and let's see if they able to air your broadcast. You come out. Some of us will be able to help to sponsor your wire or educate the voters before 2023. The time is now, and we can't wait. And there's no better time than now for you all to kick that up. Thank you very much, and may God bless the both of you. Enjoy your weekend, sir.
Okay, thank you. Folks, that was a mistake. As I learned that the ANC does not have anyone in the race. That was a mistake. I apologize for that. That was a mistake, and I apologize for that. But my friend and brother, you are looking at Yeke Kolba. Yeke Kolba going to Lofa and displaying as the Kolba. And for those of you who does not know, the Kolba is a guy that can be in front of the devil, right? He is a chief messenger, right? You from Lofa, tell us more about that.
Yeah, when I saw the pictures, a lot of people doing a lot of things now on social media, but I know my tradition because myself went to the Polar Society.
Mm-hmm.
So not really the messenger of the devil, but when I saw Yeke Kolba picture, I knew exactly it was him because I know who Yeke is. And when Yeke Kolba, even in my bandit dialect, Kolba means, let me put it in the English context, like you said. The Kolba, from the perspective of the bandit land and Lofa County as a whole, is the messenger, or the town choir that comes before the devil can come to the town. And in most instances, based on the Lofa County context, when that Kolba comes out, men and men will stay outside. The women will go inside. I want to just forget it. It means the devil coming. The devil coming on the basis of whatever is going on. There could be another time Kolba will come in from, and people will go inside. People who are not supposed to be outside, and later on they will come outside once the devil hit target. So, but many people, there are a lot of traditional names that has meaning. So the way you saw Kolba dress and his performance, it is the actual meaning of the new Kolba. That is why it is. But people, you're sorry. Okay. I know that there's some critical Lofa people here, and especially the Bani people. If I missed it, just help me out, please, okay? Because we out of that low one.
We have a caller on the line.
Just help me out. But that's why it is. But Ebi, before I miss my thought, Samuel said something before the caller comes in. Please, I beg. Samuel talked about academia on the part of George Weah. You know what? I'm not disappointed in George Weah, to be honest with you, when it comes to academia. Because George Weah told he finished high school. He stopped at 11th grade because of poverty. So he took a football contract to go to Morocco. He already told us that. When he became president doing his victory speech, he also told just on the basis that he finished high school, he's not going to be somebody that's going to give the Liberian people quality of political speeches. However, he's going to use his common sense to make better decisions that will uplift the people of Liberia, especially the young people that voted for him. We don't see that happening. The people are more disappointed in those so-called educated fools, including some of the universities in our country. Ebi, for God in heaven's sake, how can these people will offer George Weah honorary degree or doctorate degree, and he goes to university to deliver commencement speaker when this man does not even speak elementary English. When this man does not even speak elementary English, and people are so comfortable, including journalists, calling this man Dr. George Weah, that is a shame on the part of every single those academic institutions that inviting George Weah to give them money to offer him that honorary degree. That's a shame on them. They should not even exist.
Okay.
That's a shame on them.
Okay, let's stop there. Let's take a caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Samuel Zeze and I'm calling from Minnesota.
Samuel Zeze, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe we're following the political activities in Liberia and it's somehow disappointing. You know, a few days ago, I think I proposed my opinion on one of your talk shows, saying that the opposition are not fully divided, but they try to disassociate themselves with a component that did not agree with the popular demand or the popular agenda of the people. And that has to do with the ANC. Now you see that most of the political party or the institutions that were part of the CPP are now going towards the end of the Unity Party, which is Joseph Boakai. And for them to have done that, it was to withdraw themselves from the CPP to gain their legitimacy. And now you see the statement the president made concerning the GSC. The president was schooled. The president never came up on that press show with that kind of questions or that kind of answer he provided. The president was taught what to say and what not to say. When the question was asked, will you dismiss or suspend your officials that are engaged or there's an allegation of corruption on their head? And he said, is this the final result? He tries to tell us that the GSC is not legitimate under his regime. It's a clear indication that any report from the GSC is not part of the judiciary system. But he's forgetting to know that the GSC has the right to demand the judiciary system to prosecute any figure that may have been caught in corruption act. So under his regime, it's a clear manifestation that the GSC would not perform to the expectation. So I think it is just a clear understanding that the GSC should just be a dormant institution under his regime. Let's just get that. So let's just forget. But I can rest assured the president that after his regime, those reports will surface, and those that are engaged in corruption or those that were engaged in corruption will come to book and they will be prosecuted.
Thank you.
Now to the Lofa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, now to the Lofa issue. You see the issue. I heard one of the callers calling ANC is part of the. You said ANC.
Yeah,
is part
I don't want said it, but I took it back. I took it back.
Oh, okay. But even at that, if ANC were part, let me tell you something.
What are coming to you?
To be in a political field like someone who is inconsistent, but when Koluba make a statement, he stands by it. Koluba said he would not affiliate with the CPP until they resolve their internal wrangling. And even the ANC was part of the institution. The demonstration of Koluba shows that he is voting on the basis of competency, on the basis of individual performance. And that has to be part of the UP. And he's voting and supporting the Joseph Boakai camp because he feels Joseph Boakai camp has met the criteria and has designed the agenda of the Liberian people. Let me tell you this for free. There is no alternative to Liberian politics now except Joseph Boakai. And even the president knows that he cannot win. And their only alternative is to manipulate the system. That's the only strategy they have now. To win the people.
Thank you. Let me take another caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm Thomas calling from Virginia.
Thomas, go ahead.
I am watching you guys live on YouTube channel. Somebody is posting something. Somebody is posting something not appropriate on your YouTube live channel, so you gotta check it out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is that all you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas.
Unknown caller.
Yeah, as you were saying, yeah, you can go ahead. Let me go ahead address that. Hello? You know, as my friend and brother have obviously said, you know, we as people, we believe in democratic process. But I strongly believe that George Funawia will be flogged come 2023. George Funawia will be flogged come 2023. Because yes. Let me play you guys a certain clip, and then I will. What is your name and where are you calling her from?
My name is Nelly. I'm calling you from Pennsylvania.
Nelly, go ahead.
I just called to talk about my culture a little bit. I come from the Bel district. I mean the Bel district, Bapolu County, and we know that Bapolu formerly is Lower Lofa. We do everything in common. Even the songs the Bel people sing, most of our songs are in Mani and in Loma. My paternal grandparent hail from Sosa district. My paternal grandfather was a elephant hunter. That's how he went into the Bel forest and then made his family there. So we all are one. What am I trying to say? I felt so special yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I felt my culture. I'm not actually going to talk about this open government because I really don't care. Like I said, I've been done with them. I felt so special yesterday after a long time, seeing Yeke Kuluba. Yesterday, I felt so good in so many ways. I look at it from the social perspective and every other thing. And one thing I concluded on was that, and I want everybody to watch him keenly. Yeke said after 30 years, he performed his duty for the first time after 30 years. I want us to give him eagle eyes as Yeke goes back to Morovia. He's going to be a changed man. Just for performing his duties, Yeke is going to be a changed man. Coming up in the Bel district, I saw all Kolubas. We knew them to be people who act. They are not a talking tip. A Koluba act, like Francis was saying, But actually, I felt my culture yesterday. I was so happy. It is so saddening that the war came and broke all of our systems. We pray that as the young people, after us seeing this, they will create some love. Because you see, culture bring people together. Culture make us to maintain our integrity and our dignity and every other thing. Culture promote love. This is why America believes in culture so much. For America to be the greatest on the earth is because of the love of culture. I tell you straight, I learned that in social work. And they will tell you, love your culture.
because nobody, your culture is your identity. I felt special. And this is what made Lofian people from Bapolu, Bon County, this is what made us special. It's our culture. It's like when we get together, we got some similarity, and it's like magnet. It just unites everybody and bring everybody together. And we succumb. I even sometimes think, because we gotta, like me, I gotta see my father. Every Gisli people they saw, they call them uncle, 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 uncle. I don't know the reason why. And it is like that across. Sometimes people say Joseph Waka feel entitled, he feel he this and that. No, he himself does not even understand. But it is traditional. I hope one day you guys will talk about it so we can understand. So what am I trying to say is that nobody can go between us. That bound is there. They are our traditional uncles. Either from the Mansa or whatever, I don't know. But those things are values that we need to take as young people and grow up in it, because it helps a whole lot. Right now, anybody from Lofa County, Bapolu, Bon County, they can be at loggerhead as long as they meet and know they are from these areas. They will calm down on each other because of culture. I just want to talk about that today. I really enjoyed my culture yesterday. I know down the line, when we were in town, that bell Yeke Kolba was holding, when we saw him coming with that bell and Ricky, I remember us saying, Kolba John John is coming. Whenever Kolba John John was coming in town, and all of the women would run in the house, and everybody attentive to see what next going to happen. It was so powerful and it was unique. And I felt that spirit yesterday. And I pray that as that spirit we saw, some of us saw yesterday, will bring change. It is that spirit that will drag CDC on the stomach. We're not going to talk about that. We're just waiting for the day. That's my input. Besides
Thank you.
that,
Okay.
besides that, AB, of late, I stopped seeing Bill Tuare. I don't know what's the problem, but I stopped seeing Bill Tuare. I don't know whether you can talk about it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Once more, 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Let me play you guys.
You people, listen. Welcome. We know where we're from and we know our heart. We can't leave our heart, we go to the sea or go to the darkness. So, are you? On behalf of the town and the district, we say, Uncle, when you come here, how you welcome. Uncle, and then Papa. Okay, you have to end it. Okay. When you come, you have to welcome. This is full are very sorry on the time, because of the time, how can we are doing it here? Okay.
The new dispensation will come when we say 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock.
One more again. I think, if anybody come out to say your father was a crazy man, your mother was a crazy man, I, the son, I proved to the president that my mother was not a crazy man. The people have proved to us in Lofa County.
This is how we'll let you come to the very, very end of the Magnificent Labraka Talk Show. Be our guest Monday. Be our guest Monday. God's willing, we'll be back. The reason why Francis went off was because of the system. The system throwing it off and he could not come back. But really, I am enjoying. Okay, Francis is back. Be our guest Monday. God's willing, we'll be back. The reason why Francis went off was because of the system. Francis, you have to lower your receiver, please. The system throwing it off and you cannot come back. But really, all right. So, yeah, we're just talking about. I'm still getting the feedback.
There is no feedback here anymore.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, my people, you're sorry. This software business, my system went off, and they told me to check my internet service too. Technical problem. I checked it. I have to unplug and replug. But it was giving me a little bit hard time. You're sorry about that. That's how it is. I mean, Abi, I've been reading the comment sections, and a lot of our followers have been talking about this relay story. So I want to make a appeal on behalf of our talk show. We have been working behind the scene actually to do just that. But everything we have done have not shown some positive result. So if you have any contact with any radio station manager or managers in Liberia, let us know. You can inbox my host, Mr. Kamara, or you can inbox me. We will be willing to do it, especially the recommendation is coming from you. So if you are in contact with any radio stations in Liberia, and they can do it for us to relay our program, we will be happy to do just that. All right, so I wanted to just get that out. So beside that, again, I talked earlier about my agency, the Kangoma Multi-Service Consulting. So if you want to file for your family members, it could be your husband, wife, or children, or maybe you want to do U.S. citizenship, you are here in America, we are here to help and to get your paperwork done. So you can call me on 267-648-8012. Family-based immigration at all levels. The only thing we're not doing, we are not able to go to court. All right? Because we are not lawyers, we are paralegal. So we're able to do that paperwork. So you can call us on the issues of Mr. Kamara already talked about closing. So my people, there is a specific requirements laid down based on global practice or practices for people to be honored as a honorary PhD. Those of us that went to school and those of you that still going to school. It's no disrespect, it's no jealousy, nothing. People like Josh Weir, even though he's president, that's the best title for him because the majority of the Liberian people give it to him. Make Josh Weir president, especially young people. We can call him Mr. President. That is just okay. But to give Josh Weir multiple degrees, honorary degrees, that's our philosophy.
That's just shameful on the part of those institutions that have done it in Liberia. It is shameful, and he feels so proud to be called doctor. And the disappointment is journalist. I also using that title to refer to Joshua doctor. People like Smith and Smith Toby and the other guys to call Joshua doctor. It is so embarrassing under this man regime. Look at the University of Liberia. Go there. Nobody going to school right now because of renovation, my people. You go to find out the same thing. They bag out the University of Liberia. I'm not saying they say I went on campus a few weeks ago. I mean, a few days ago, in fact, not a few weeks. It is appalling. Our educational system is all the way down there. This man say education is not a problem. So this government under Joshua is not supporting education. Based on their actions, based on their behaviors, people from the CDC graduating from University of Liberia, based on money they pay to certain teachers to give them grades. That is humiliating, my people. This man go to the other university graduation and shivering on the microphone. That make you call data? Data philosophy? Other university give it to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She qualified, actually. Based on her contribution to humanity, whatever you take that to be. Her political agitation, her political advocacies. She married that thing. That's our philosophy. Joshua ain't even nowhere close. It's nowhere close. It's just because our institutions are that functional institutions, especially academic institutions. If you know what people go through to go to school and be successful and get to that level of PhD, you're not even talk about Joshua being the even honorary doctorate, even honorary bachelor, you can't give it to Joshua. Because he just qualified for it. This man lost election. He came to America. He said he went to school. He did sport management, sport administration. From there, he did master. From that time to today, we can't see Joshua diploma. We can't see it. How can academic institutions in Liberia offer them a data free? Then he goes and he says, I will pay your graduation fees. Tuition, sometimes he call it tuition. So, AB, all I want to say, my people, this thing is not just about us. It is about Mama Liberia. And it is not just about Joshua. It's not just about seditions. But other Liberians too. People that we believe in. People that are supposed to be credible, honest, and authentic. Especially academic institutions. Because if we do it for Joshua, the world is going to look at us in a different context, in the different lenses. When we undermine our educational system in Liberia, it's going to have a negative impact on us as Liberians that went to school in Liberia when we travel. When we undermine our diplomatic system, we compromise selling our passports to non-citizens, giving our diplomatic passports to other non-Liberians. When we travel with that very passport from Liberia, we are looked at by other people differently. Take it from me or don't take it from me. That is a fact. Because we all can say in our little corner, in our little closet, at our own individual levels. But when people are heading the country as a government, as a leaders of our country, and they do wrong, it has negative impact on us as a citizen. And that is the reasons why we talk the way we talk. Just I was in Liberia 1 week, 3 days ago. There was another investigation at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs involving additional diplomatic passports that were sold to non-Liberians. And they are all over the world impersonating as Liberian diplomats. That is another shame and embarrassment to our country. So we have to do what we got to do and do everything in our power and based on our available resources to vote George Weah out in his cartel 2023. I want to say a thank you plenty for following us, for listening to us, and for bringing out all these suggestions, wonderful suggestions.
Okay.
We appreciate you. And you know what? We will not get tired. We have to keep doing what we are doing to make sure we remove George Weah at the ballot box come 2023.
All right. So folks, I want to take the time to apologize to our viewer that was viewing us via YouTube. There was a guy that was sharing Nollywood Nollywood stuff on our podcast. He was being very rude. So what I'm going to do, next time that we are coming on, I'm going to search for it right now. I will turn the comment section off on YouTube. I will turn the comment section off because there's no way that I can be able to report him. So I will turn the comment section off on our page, and then I will wait for him on Facebook. Then I will wait for him on Facebook. Either I block him, but for today upward, that guy will not live to tell the story because he will not be able to come yet next time. Now, back, maybe next week I will send you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you on you. Thank you.
No user.
Yeah. So as you guys are suggesting that we be able to look for radio stations to be able to relay our show, we have been doing it. But it seems like we have not found a suitable radio station yet. But if you know any radio stations, if you are aware of any radio stations, and you have this guy contact number, please send it to me or Francis so we can be able to contact them as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.
Take a look at the estates he's building. With we are one. With we are one. Say nothing, we get you Mediterranean.